My name is Bryce Lowery, and I'm currently an associate professor of regional and city planning at the University of Oklahoma. My interest in signage really started with my doctoral dissertation at the University of Southern California. The city was going through a revision to its zoning ordinance and its signage regulations, and I needed a topic for my dissertation. I managed to cobble together a dissertation looking at the way that Los Angeles regulated its signage, the history of that regulation, and the sort of impacts that that signage had on various communities. Signs to me can be any number of things. I mean, we go everywhere from billboards, digital signs, down to small signs that happen in parks and playgrounds to give people a sense of where they are and where they're headed. But I think that there's just a broad range of really cool things happening in signage, particularly as we see technology changing the way we need signage to navigate the built environment. Signs are, I think, probably an underappreciated part of the world that we live in many ways. Billboards and the sort of glowing signs of Times Square, downtown Los Angeles, other places in the world that we've really sort of designated as these commercial activity zones, I think are a really interesting part of where signage is right now. It really is, I think we want these vibrant, kind of happy, bright communities. And I think that there's a demand for those things in the world that we live in. So my research originally looked mostly at sort of the community development value of signage in entertainment districts, but I've really transformed some of that stuff to start looking more closely. I'm currently working on a project thinking about the advertising of cannabis in Oklahoma. There's, important questions there around First Amendment rights, but I think we also need to start being sort of aware of the repercussions of advertising something like cannabis to children. I also recently was quoted in the Wall Street Journal for looking at sort of the vibrancy of signage, and I think that that continues to be an area of interest for me. One of my favorite signs is the hand-painted sign in downtown Los Angeles on the Hotel Figueroa. It's a triptych, so it's 3 panels, and it changes almost monthly. And to watch the process of the people who go up to paint the sign, remove it, keep it clean, keep it lighted, and then just the way that it's situated within the city as sort of you see it right as you're driving up the main boulevard Figueroa into the city. It just is a really stunning example of sort of still embracing these old methodologies of hand painting signs in this environment that it's surrounded by digital signage everywhere, because that is one of our sign districts. And so that sort of bouncing of the light and the triptych of the hand painted sign is really just, to me, very, very magical.